can.
Yeah, on Discord it's loading. Like,
No, I meant
forever.
on the stream. Yay!
On the stream.
People are saying it's working. I can hear you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not
Hello.
know what happened. I'm going through all of these things, going just from setting to setting, going, everything looks fine. But maybe I just needed to turn it off and on again. Thank you for bearing with me, everyone. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just having a moment. So welcome to our Tuesday stream. As we hinted at on our social and in Discord, we have a very special lineup for you. Let's start with some introductions. So on my direct right, on the screen right, I think, we have Sasha, which is the product owner of Call of the Wild, and Kevin, the world designer. From left to right, start your introductions, I guess. Tell me about yourselves and what you do.
Okay, then I guess I'll go first. I'm Sasha and I'm product owner. You might know Phil from before. He's on leave right now, so taking over for him until he's back. That's the short of it. So now I'll try and be as cool as Meg and try and point in the right direction to Kevin.
Hello, so I'm Kevin. I've been working on Call of the Wild for almost 3 years now. I joined around Africa when my first reserve that I worked on was Africa. I was a vegetation artist at first, and now I'm a world designer. So I design worlds. And that's me.
Awesome. All right, so I guess we should start from the top. So, what is this reserve?
Do you want to go ahead, Sasha, or should I take it?
I think you can take this one.
Okay, so this time we're going to New Zealand, and I'm sure for the joy of our own national Matt that is going to be very happy about it. I don't know how else to present it. It's New Zealand.
There's so many questions popping up in chat.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it's something that was fun to do. It was interesting, and maybe Sasha, you can tell us why we did New Zealand.
Yes, I mean, usually it's kind of a similar process that we have every time. So we do check like a lot of what you guys are saying. So in the community, we get a lot of through the surveys, through social media, a bunch of suggestions. Then we have our own ideas, and usually we try and find the right way where we can coincide with is there something you want to see and something we want to do, and then obviously try and plan it out in between a whole bunch of other things that we want to do for the game. With all the suggestion and everything that was coming up, it just seemed like New Zealand was the next place we needed to go. Maybe there was some internal lobbying by our very own TK, but I'm not going to say anything. But
I could say a bit about that. Just as a behind the scenes, every time we do another reserve, we have those big meetings where we try to decide what we're going to do next. And for the last 3 years, every 6 months, we've had a Matt moment where it's like, did you think about New Zealand? Could be a good one. Could be good. And each time coming in with new evidence of, should be good. Look at this, and there's this, and there's this. So, yeah.
Awesome. So just to cover all bases, I know that there's been a little bit, quite a number of comments so far since the trailer's released not so long ago about the release date. So can you please shed some light on why we decided to release, how we're releasing?
Yeah, so that's going to be for me. So in terms of release, so it's been long discussions back and forth, we all know 2020 has been a weird year with working from home for us and a bunch of other other challenges we've had. So we're caught in between this place of, can we release on PC, or can we release, on all platforms at the same time? With the complications of everything, it looked like we could only release on PC this year. So it was like we were caught between a rock and a hard place where like there's nothing that's going to be perfect. But at the end of the day, we decided to go so PC first in December now, and consoles in early 2021. I know it's going to make a lot of people unhappy, but we do feel it was the best we could do given the situation that we had.
Awesome. So I'm just reading through all of these more comments. They're coming in like hotcakes. Yeah. So how much does this reserve cost?
So I'll take this one as well. So it's the same as all other reserves we've done in the past. So it's $7.99 USD or euros for the big currencies that we have.
Awesome. And what animals can we expect? Anything new?
Yeah, we have new animals. So in this one, we have 8 animals, and I'm going to look at the list so I don't forget. We have sika deer, feral pigs, feral goats, chamois. I don't know how you pronounce it. In my beautiful French, it would be chamois.
Yeah.
Red deer.
That was interesting. Sorry, just to interrupt. It was a funny thing in our back end about this when we were like writing out the campaigns and writing up our tasks and everything to follow all these beats. Everyone kept writing it as chamois with an X, and it wasn't until the other day that someone actually brought that up in our meeting, which is kind of embarrassing. I should have known better, but autopilot, my brain just automatically corrected the spelling and then moved on to the next thing. But at least it wasn't like that in any of our trailers, so that's always a plus. Please continue.
So yeah, sika deer, feral pigs, feral goats, chamois, red deer, turkey, European rabbits, and fallow deer. So that's the 8, and in that there is 4 new animals. In that, yeah.
Awesome. And how big is this reserve?
Are you going to take this one, Sasha, or do you want me to?
You can take it. You seem ready for it.
So it's usually the same as every reserve. It's 25 square miles for our non-metric people and 64 square kilometers.
Nice. Just so everybody knows as well, I have been reading through your comments. We're actually trio teaming it today. So we've got Sasha and Kevin in their lovely homes, so working from home, same as myself, Moritz and Matt. So Moritz is our PR and influencer manager, and Matt's back in the saddle, as it were, and they're on the other end talking to me via internal chat, and we're updating questions that they're grabbing from all 3 channels into a nice tasty spreadsheet, so hopefully we can get to a bunch of them. So yeah, just so you know, I'm not ignoring anybody. We're getting to you. We love you. Next question. How many missions are there?
Ooh, I don't know that by heart. Do you know it, Kevin?
Missions? No, I think it's about 15 maybe.
Yeah,
that's
like the usual
campaign, or are these side missions as well, or is this just like a rough total?
So they're all main missions. We at least on this. I think the best for this is we have, I think, a designer coming in next week. I think to go into the details of the actual missions, but it's roughly the same approach as we did for SRP. So Silver Ridge Peaks.
All right. And everyone, or a bunch of people in, I don't even know which chat this is coming from. I'm working with Restream at the moment, and it's all just like spraying everywhere in terms of comments. A lot of people are asking about weapons. So what can we expect in the way of new artillery and weapons?
So yeah, I can take this one as well, I guess. So in terms of new weapons, and that's actually linked to the missions, there'll be so a new, I'm not gonna say too much, but there'll be a new skin available for one of the weapons.
Yeah. Anything else? I think I've got here in the comments, so we have the FL Sporter 303 bolt action rifle. That's been added to the game. Please stay tuned for more.
Someone wrote, I have to say, someone wrote in Twitch, I keep on looking at the comments, that's probably why my eyes start looking, and someone said that I saw artillery and I saw like a trebuchet. No, I can say safely, you're not going to be able to use those.
I think another important question is, so some people will be grabbing this DLC when it comes out and others won't be as quick to jump the gun, but can fellow friends still play the DLC multiplayer? Only if, said, one person in that group has that DLC.
Yeah, so I'll take this one as well. Yeah, it's the same approach as always. So if your friend has the content and he's hosting the multiplayer game, you'll be able to play the map.
Awesome. And the dreaded question, even we've been sort of a bit sort of preemptive over this one, is I know that you said it a little bit earlier, you touched on it with the release, but just for people who are coming back into the chat now, could you please reiterate on why we've decided to basically split ship?
So for the split ship, I said it wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't like we went, oh, let's just split ship, let's make like people unhappy, and like in an ideal world, we always want to sim ship everything together, and it's still what we're striving for and what we'll strive for, next year. Unfortunately, now with the whole working from home situation, we've had some issues with as well, some releases and some challenges where we felt, okay, with the complexity of consoles and everything that's happening, we're not in a position, before the holidays to release on consoles as well as PC.
Yeah.
And then, based on that, we thought we took the best decision from what we thought was the best decision given the situation, which is to split ship.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to go back through the massive chat that's happening. So what is the new rifle? We're going to go back in onto that one. So there is new weapons coming in. We've got the FL Sporter 303 bolt action rifle, amongst many other juicy things. In terms of new animals and species, I guess we've got another surprise stream coming up next week. Check the other tab. I'm looking at the wrong tab, apparently, for the questions. Please hold. Will there be a new gun? We've already answered that one. The trebuchets. Will I have a chance to shoot?
Do you want me to talk about the trebuchet?
That just got dark. Yes, please talk about the trebuchet. We don't want to be talking about shooting poor hobbits.
No, so it was one of the fun things we could work on for this one is obviously New Zealand is famous for a few movies that have been shot there, and we wanted to have fun also in the environment. So we have a few, like I'll let people go around and discover what is there to discover, but we wanted to have that influence in the world. So, and it was nice because we had a bit more time to do more environment like that, like those. So we have a few locations that you can explore that has. I mean, as you've seen in the trailer, we have a few odd things and different things from other reserves. So yeah, that's where the trebuchet comes from.
Nice.
Sadly, it's not usable.
Will there be a new great one added to the game?
So as well, animal, I guess I can take it. This one, there won't be a new great one for this reserve yet. There's something we're always looking into in general to add great ones, whether there's a new map or not, though. So I think in terms of if you have like good suggestions, like keep on posting them like on social media and in your comments and everything. So that would also help us look into potentially prioritizing some of the great ones.
Nice. And for us for everyone here, I guess, will there be an increase in the max level cap above level 60? That's a good question.
There won't be. I don't think we have anyone that, again, like probably more of a Troy question next week. I can say that there won't be, but I don't think there's anything you can add either as well on this, Kevin.
No, I don't. I think it's best to wait for the game designers next week to tell all about this.
All right, and there's another recurring question as well. Matt's prodding me in the back row going, why are there no tar? I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, tar, yeah. I'll take this one as well. So that's an animal we're looking, we head into like the concepts and definitely like a big animal for like New Zealand. At least right now, it makes sense, but it's not going to make it in the base release. I would say it's the same as Great Ones. Like if it's something you really want to see, do keep on hitting us up. I also saw it in the chat, so it is definitely noted.
Awesome. I'm just getting one or two more possible questions in there, but there's so many nice things in chat. An elephant is Virunga. Make it to 100. The level cap? Make level cap to 100. There are also people going, we want pheasants, but you get what the team has worked hard to provide. Who knows, there might be more stuff in the future. No more questions? Why turkeys? Why are there only 5 animals? There's a heap of animals in there. What are you talking about? Can we hunt Santa? No.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer maybe next. Next that would be maybe more.
With regards to the animals, next week on stream we'll be going into which animals we have chosen for this new reserve and why, and maybe even take a bit of a gander into what might be held future-wise, update-wise. You never know. I just want to say to the both of you, thank you so much for joining me. I know you have a very busy schedule, and we really appreciate you answering all of these amazing questions. Everyone keeps saying we want pheasant. Pipe down, all right? Calm down. We'll get there. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. As for everybody in stream, please hold tight. We're going to do a bit of a change-a-roo and head out in style, but then Jaxie's going to be back talking gameplay at the hunting lodge. So sit tight. Thanks, everyone. I'm just going to play the trailer one more time, just in case you missed it, by the way.
Peggy 16.
Thank you.
Bye.
Maybe you think you know this place? You've seen it on the big screen, wondered at our varied landscapes. You've watched rustic scenes of village life, epic battles under great stone monuments. But the real New Zealand is beyond your wildest imagination.
All right. Thanks. You're over here. It's fine. Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you on Slack.
I've never wanted for anything outside of this slumbering paradise, where the long river meets the coast at the foot of the southern Alps. The heady days of the venison wars are long gone, but with our unique biodiversity under threat, we need hunters like you more than ever. Experience a place where quick-footed chamois play atop alpine ridges so high you can almost touch the sky. Feral goats with sweeping horns make themselves at home on steep crags, while further down, open fields teem with feral pigs and mischievous rabbits. And on the west coast, wet and wild beech forests throng with all types of deer strutting through the thicket, from the big to the, well, bigger. But our top drawer is a little more elusive. The wily seeker deer will make you work for it. So come on. What stories will you tell at Te Awaroa National Park?